Oh, I forgot to change my chibi. My model. Wait. There we go. And there we go. We're finally back. My God, I'm gonna be honest. I am lost. I just woke up. I'm still tired. I cannot get over this tiredness. It's getting me a little bit worried, but oh well. What can I do? I still have a thing to do. I still have a stream to do. And this week, as I've said last week, it's Dev Week. So all of the streams this week is gonna be Dev streams. I am scared. I don't know how this will go. How this will go. Let me just do this. Okay. So to start off, let me just explain one thing. I don't even remember what we were doing last time. I remember there's a grid. I remember which game it is, but yeah, we have a lot of things to do. Still, this game needs a lot of work. Well, we'll see how things work. You know. Well, let me just fix one thing on the title. Games challenge. Forgot about that. There we go. So, thing is, what did we do about the Space Invaders? I don't remember. We almost had everything, right? We did the mothership. I pretty much remember that. I don't have points yet at all, so I need to actually focus on getting those. They do have bullets. The enemies don't have bullets, so I need to start doing the enemy bullets. The player don't have. The ability to fire a shot, yes. So basically, we are almost done with the goals, although there's a lot more to be done. And I did work a little bit on the game. First thing that I want to say is that I changed the resolution and the background. Just changed the color of the background because I didn't like the initial one. But what I did different is increase the resolution. Before it was 1270 by something. No. My God, 1280 by 720. There we go, 720p. Hey, Akros, welcome. And I just changed a little bit because I didn't like the resolution. So now is a little bit higher, right? It's a little bit almost not a box, but a little bit more like a box. And I did a little bit of change to the arts. I changed a little bit. There's not much that can be looked at that. Like, this is the old arts. Let me show. This is the old arts. It's not there. Oh, that I can fix it. Wait a second. I can fix that. I don't know. There should be one. Is there none? Like, none at all? Wave. Holy, there's not a single one. Hey, Vinny. Konnichiwa, what's up? Where's my 7TV thing? There we go. Wave. What do you mean? Wait. So, problems? Let me fix the problems. Logging you in. Logged in. Okay. Wave. I like this one. This one. No. There's another one. This one is. Yeah. I want this one. Add to. It should be now. Wave. Yeah, there you go. Does it appear on stream? It doesn't appear on stream. Really? Do I need to restart it? Can I restart through here? Refresh. Let's see. Now it should work. There we go. We have a wave now. Yeah. Now that the wave problem is done, well, I did change a little bit of the models, right? Love this little guy. Yeah. change a little bit of the model because I didn't enjoy it that much as it was. I needed the lines to be a little bit thicker and his head to be a little bit smaller. And I did some changes to the body, but it's not gonna affect today, so whatever. Yeah, I did all of this change because I did the art for the player. So there we go. That's our player here. That's Ollie, for those who don't know, from Hololive 2, as always. And there's no animation, there's nothing in there. But we have a player model now. Everything will be done later through the week. I hope I can do it this week, but we'll see. And yeah, the game is basically this still the same. I changed a little bit of the size of the sprites. I didn't work on the game outside of the sprites, right? That took hours. I'm gonna be honest. Just those two things, the enemies and the Ollie, took hours to finish. But yeah, let's see what I can do this week. Honestly, I am lost. I know what I want to do next, and let's see if I can do it next. I want to limit the grid. So because right now the grid is going over the screen, right? So, oh yeah, I lowered the timer too. I was trying to figure out the timer and things like that, but oh well. So right now it goes over because it's getting the position of this little guy first, and I do need to fix the size of how much they move because they don't move the same as where they start. They go right to the border of the screen, and I don't like that. But yeah, those are small fixes that I can try to fix later. Yeah, and it is hard coded. Like I set the enemies to start here too. So actually, where did they start? They start right on the edge, right? Oh, they start before the edge actually. Why did they start before the edge? I have no idea. I guess that's normal. Oh, there's things I'll need to figure out. But yeah. Let's see how this week will go. Let's see. Let's just do it. So, the first thing I know I want to do. God, I don't even remember. I need to actually go through my code because I don't remember. So, this is the code for the movements, right? This increases the timer. That's correct. Everything here is fine. This is the min and max distance to limit the spawn. Actually, can't I enemy grids? No, I think it's time to get a code for the main scene. Scripts. I wanna position the enemy grids somewhere. Like, it does not need to be exactly here. How can I get this? So I would imagine getting the viewports and all of that, right? So yeah, I'm gonna create a function for that because a lot of thing I think is easier to. This one should be in a function. I don't know. I still remember Acrostel telling me last week that not everything should be in a function. I still don't know what should be in the function and what not, but we'll figure it out as we go. Position grid. Let's say that. Should I start doing this actually? And this thing here. It's not gonna return anything, right? So maybe I should imply to make it not return. I don't know. Either way, I want to position the enemy grid. So now I need to remember how to do that. I think it's just a simple position, right? And should this be global? Because I think not, right? Because it's already on the scene. So I guess maybe I should do this on the actual grid, to be honest. Now that I think about it. I just noticed why I did right on that. Funk ready. So this is supposed to be grid, not free. And this is supposed to be here. Actually, remember this. It's shifts. Oh, I already have one. Oops. So it's enemy dot global position in its B equals, let's get viewports. So get viewports gets me a vector I, right? If the node inside the tree viewports is just a vector I would guess. So get viewports. Can I do this? Wait. Does this work? Let me try this out. If the object itself, you can skip the object dots. You get it by using global position. Oh, I can just do this? Interesting. So this would access the roots of the node or the object. Good to know. Then I don't need to make it unready, right? For that, I guess. For things like this, I should have. But for things like just positioning or itself, or I don't need it. Either way, let me call this function. Let me not forget to call this function. Position grid. Okay, yeah. So .x does not work. But this works, right? So get viewport.size? Is that what I want? Yeah, is this get viewport.size.x. Now it works, I guess. Yes, perfect. Okay, this is what I wanted. Because now I can just put the get position dot size dot x, and with this, this should be like how much? I guess it should be like. If I go down, it's increasing, right? On Godot, yeah, it's increasing. If I want to start it like at 100, I don't want to hard code this. So it's math. Enemy grid. So the size I'm getting is that. So if I were to like, I don't know, 3? Nine could be good. 9.5? 9.7. No. 12. Let's go 12 for now. I'll try to fix it later, but yeah. So 12. You can remove the enemy everywhere the object does not, in fact, know about itself. It's also a confusing name since you're moving the whole grid, not individual enemies. Fair. Fair. So if I can do this, this actually simplifies the code quite a lot. Okay, does this work? I think it did. But I guess it's too high now. Let's just go like 14. Oh, I guess it's. Oh, I'm setting the X position. Yeah, that's dumb. It's not the X position that I want. Fair. That's my bad. But the X position is actually important too. Let's say like 5. Let's play around and see if I can get. Oh, 5 is too much. So 15. 15 seems good. So what happens if I go full 20? That actually looks really close, actually. And it feels. Actually, yeah. 20 feels like it's the perfect number for the X. I like it. So maybe 2020? Then instead of. No, 20. Okay, for the Y, it's too much. So the Y, let's play around until I feel like I have enough size. I think it needs to be still further down. Because I want. Should I increase this up? The position of those things up? Where am I spawning the enemy? Here, right? Let's say I would go higher. Let's go 50. Oh god, give me some fun music. This is. So it works. Okay, I don't remember which song is this from, but oh well. Which game is this from? I think that's better, but I still need to make the enemies go a little bit further down. So I guess higher, right? 12. Maybe still no, it's less. 5. Five is way too much. I think this is what it was before. 7 then. Yes, I like that. That is way too close. I still don't know what the sprite for that is gonna be, but I'm hoping it's gonna be something easy enough to draw to deal with that. So I kind of like the size of the sprite right now. Now to fix the positioning for them to go down. So this is the grid, right? It's not here that I want. Enemy grids, enemy spawner, I guess. Maybe this is the time I get to say problem. I feel like all of this should be on the same script, because I am going to access. Actually, no. I think I should do everything on one script, to be honest now for this. But I started on this. It's gonna stay on this. So, okay. I need to position. I'm gonna set 2 markers in here. 2 random markers. There's no need to marker 2D. This is the way I I think I want the way I figure out that I could fix this, right? So start marker, and then we make a end marker. So what I'm thinking is every time the grid forms, because I don't need to hard code it, I will position the start marker like on the middle here or on the left. I think it can be on the top actually. I don't think it matters. And then I position the end marker on the other side. And then I'll check, instead of checking the enemy grid in here, I'll check the position of the markers instead. That way, it doesn't matter the size of the grid and all of that. It will always be related to the markers, and the markers will position themselves. So they will go down after reaching the correct place, I hope. So how do I position it? Enemy movements. Where is this? Oh, okay. This is from another thing. So enemy grid is here. I want to position the using this, right? So func position markers. So I want to get the column, right? I guess the start marker can go like dot position equals 0 0, right? Vector 2 dot 0, because I want it to literally start the beginning where it is, and then the other one. Let's do because it's not the same. Let's do this then. Oops. How is control? No. Ouch. No, this is exports. Shift is. What? Did they take this from me? No, they didn't. What? I don't understand. If I select it, I can't control drag. I don't know why. I'm fighting the engine, but that's fine. So instead of this, we go starter marker, and this end marker. Perfect. Dot position, we get. I guess I can just get the number of columns, right? Columns times cell size. Cell size. Oh yeah, dot x. This should place at the end. I can make a little thing just to see if it works. Shape. Let's do a small one, like a yellow one or brown one, and then we get this one to this. I just want to check it because I think it moves together, right? If I move this is gonna move. Yes. Now we debug it and see, does it work? It doesn't. I don't know if those are. Let me change the colors actually. That is the green one. Oh, is not no, wait, it is moving, right? I am moving the enemy grids, not the enemy spawner. So they should be moving together. If I move the enemy grid, everything moves. Actually, no, I don't know. But they are following the. Are they following? Yeah, they are following the first parts. So it is correct. But the green one is this one. Let me see if the yellow one appears. Both of them are at the same time. So okay, maybe I'm not. I'm not positioning them. No, I am. No, this is the wrong thing. I guess I forgot to do the thing again. Yes, I forgot to do the thing again. Okay, great start. Position markers. Okay. I forgot to enable one of them. Kinda work. Oh, it's. I guess it's -1, right? Because yeah, fair. Is all of this minus cell size, right? To remove one of them because it starts. I don't know. It starts with 0. Yeah, this works. This actually works better than easier than I expected. Okay. Now I need to set the position correctly. So the collisions can be deleted. And I can focus on this. See, this should all be on the same script. You know what? I'm gonna just grab everything and move it to the other script. I don't like having 2 scripts for this part. Okay. Enemy spawner. So size, everything feels like it's correct. I think I have a ready on here. Or I do. I can just copy all of both of those functions and paste it in here. This should give me the same thing while I can detach this and forget the other thing, because now I don't think I should be creating 2 on Redis for the markers and things like that. Everything should be working. Oh, it does not work. Wait, what did I do? Did I do something wrong? That's end marker and now the start marker. Oh, suddenly it works. Suddenly it works. Okay. Let me redo the collisions again, just so I can see actually. It's still working. I forgot to debug. No, it is debugged. It should be showing. Am I crazy? They add the enemies. Where's the enemies? Instantiates as a child to the enemy grid. Oh, maybe. I think it's spawning the enemies down here. That's why it's not working as it should. And before it wasn't using on this enemy spawner. So I guess I can just do like enemy spawner dots add child. This should work, right? Yes, and now I can see the things. Okay, this does not matter that much, but I guess it's a little bit cleaner. Delete this and delete that. So now that I have both starts and ends, I can finally fix the other problem. The going down. But this should be easy. I just need to get, instead of if global position, I want to check the start marker position, global position. And then instead of this, I want to get the end marker. Just notice there's a big problem here. I guess this should be it. Let's see. Okay, it's moving right. Still moving right. Does it go down? It does not. Huh. Let me print the global position. So I want the print start. I want to print the start marker global position .x and then end marker. Just to see, why are the global positions of them? Oh. Wait, what? Let me remove this. This is making me mad. Uh-huh. Enemy grid. This enemy spawner I do not need anymore. I should actually delete that, but for now I'll close. So, enemy grid. Oh, func process. I just noticed this. Func process delta. Guess that's the problem. Yes, that was the problem. It is getting, I think, the correct position. So kind of where I wanted to stop is around like here. It's kind of where it starts. This size should be enough. So it starts on 64. So it should be 1216. So how much is it right now? Max distance 12. I mean, this is correct, I guess. Oh, it's getting the no. It's, wait, huh? It is correctly checking the position. Why is it not going down? Let's see if it goes down at some point. Right now it's not going down. Okay, I think it's still checking for the first marker. Am I positioning them wrongly? No. So if the starts marker, this goes to the right, so I need to check if... Oh, maybe I just inverted this. So this needs to be end marker, and this needs to be start marker. Let's see. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I'm sorry. I wanted to skip the music. There we go. Some hype music. Should at some point it goes down. Perfect. That's the perfect size. I wanted for it to go down. So is the left still working? Okay, but the left is not that much. It shouldn't be that much. It should be 70. Let me increase the... I am getting way too tired from this 0.2. I need this to work properly and fast for the test. Perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. So the reason I'm going with those numbers, it's probably really strange, but this is because the maximum number I wanted to reach is 1216. So if it goes basically anything above it, because it's the size of the pixel is kind of big. So if you move and it's moving in 64, it's not the size of the pixel actually. It's the size of the grid, because the grid itself it's 100 pixels. So it will probably is it? Should I? It works for now. It works, but yeah, they always go over the maximum, and once they go over this, they are at the correct position, and then they go down. Same thing with this; they always go down. This makes sense on my head. Trust me, it's working. Okay, we have a grid working. We have a character working. We have almost everything working. Let me see the challenge again. So the challenge: create a player ship that moves on side to sides. We have done that. 100% we have that, and it's colliding correctly, right? Just make sure, because I changed the the size of the screen and I was a little bit scared it wasn't colliding correctly. It's going a little bit too over the screen, but I feel like if I increase that, it's gonna make. I guess there's an easier way to do this. We get the left wall and put it like this, and the right wall a little bit like this, kind of in the middle. Maybe it's too harsh. Yeah, it's a little bit too harsh. Yeah, that's what I wanted. I wanted the character to actually touch, but can I still shoot it? Nah, it needs to be the same way as before, because I need the player to actually be able to shoot the enemies on the side like easily, even if they don't go straight. I can push a little bit actually. Something like this. Yeah. Not too much. And I can properly shoot it if it is on the edge. Perfect. I can shoot the ships if they go off there, but I think this is fine. Okay. I have all of that done. Now. Oh god, how am I gonna do this? I can set a random because now I want to make the enemy projectile. Actually, how did I do the projectile again? What is the asset for the projectile? Player projectile. Where did I? What did I? Is it Godot? Is the, oh, the sprite is Godot. I forgot. I actually forgot. It's just blue. I completely forgot it was the Godot image. That's good. But I want to do the enemy projectile now because that's 100% the other place, right? Because I did the player ship. It's not a ship, but yeah, Ollie. That moves from side to side. A few different types of alien invaders. This will be done a little bit later with the arts. And the art's not gonna change much. It's more like it's gonna change the facial expressions. Or something like that. Maybe a little bit of the color, but it's not gonna change much. Because I wanna be able to reuse the same assets and things like that. So actually, Chris, I don't know if you're still here. Hope you are. If you could enlighten me on something, I don't know if this is something you properly know, but I intended to do the sprite of this. This will be a cutout animation. Every single part of this, the ears, the bow, the arms, the legs, the body, the head, every single part of this is gonna be a different separated image, let's say. So I was debating to myself about using a texture atlas instead of having individual pieces put together later on. But I know for a fact, not for a fact, but I know that if I use separate images, like a bunch of separate images, especially for each different, let's say, skin, this can get problematic in the sense of optimization, right? Because if there's a bunch of images, the Godot will have to literally access every single image and all of that all the time. And if I have just one atlas, it just accesses the atlas and mask the atlas itself, and then it should be fine. It's a little bit easier. But it would be easier for me to work with a separated PNGs. But I'll probably try the Atlas just to make things a little bit easier because I imagine that if I go make a bigger game or whatever, a large scope game, that there's a bunch of assets, a bunch of enemies and things like that, that would cause a lot of problems, right? So if you're here and can enlighten me, that would be appreciated. But if you're not, that's fine. I thought do some. Just a second. Just a second. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Um. Okay. Back to it. So the is okay. So the next thing I need to do is the bomb bullets that enemies drop. This is 100. This is easy on itself. It's the same idea from making the player projectile. But the problem to me here is not any of the. I don't know where Godot, how Godot handles 2D. Usually only touch the 3D systems. Oh, I only know that most images, unless you got too many, live in VRAM. So Atlas versus individual access might be optimized out already. But I don't think having a few thousand sprites should be problematic. Oh, a few thousand shouldn't be problematic. Oh, I was actually expecting like it's not gonna be 1,000. Let me try to show you like how it's cut out if I can. I guess I can show you on CSP. Because especially on this game, it's not gonna reach that, nowhere near that. Okay, let me show you. So Udin. So this is basically the enemy. I did the cutout animation, and it's basically like this. So there's the ribbon, it's gonna be like one image. Then the head is another image. Then the ears is another image. The body is another image like this, and the legs and the arms. They are gonna be right now. They are the same image, but each one of them is gonna be separated later, so I can actually move them on the thing. And I actually computer fast and stuff. Also, if they are sharing the same texture, Godot will batch them together. Oh, interesting. So if a lot of things are using the same texture, they are batching them together. But yeah, this is kind of it. So let's say it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's 8. So it's gonna be 8 PNGs, images per enemy, right? I would assume, because I don't know if this is how it works, but for each enemy on the grid, it will redo that. It will have to load and store that, right? Or they actually only use one of them, and just one loads, and the other ones are kind of the same thing because they are batched together. If Godot allow you to use an atlas for the 2D bonds, you should use an atlas. Shader would also work, but I don't think you want to implement your own bond system. Yeah, I don't. And I actually learned that for what I'm gonna do, there is zero reason for me to do bone rigging and for the animations. I can do the whole animation I want to do because I don't need inverse kinematics or anything like that. Even like this character, like she has an elbow and a hand, but I'm not gonna be moving neither the elbow nor the hand. So I don't need inverse kinematics for this. So actually, I have zero reason, I believe, to use skeletons. So I can actually animate just with the cutouts as it is. So it shouldn't be as hard or as insanely complicated to set up as I was trying to learn, because I still didn't learn properly the bones animation. You saw last week how it went. But yeah, there's that. So I'll see if I actually need them. I'll try to use the bones if I need them, but I'm 100% sure I won't be needing them because I really don't need inverse kinematics or anything like that. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Forward kinematics is also part of bones. Just animating cutouts as is basically the but I still think it's overkill to use bones, but I don't know. I'll try to use the method I'm thinking about. If I need it, then yes, I'll go and yeah, just what's easier. Just doing the cutout animations, like picking, is literally picking, like let's say it's literally like grabbing the head and oops, hello CSP, please work. This is not what hello. There we go. It's literally grabbing the piece and just like moving and then moving the other ones, and then doing on the animation. That's as simple as it gets. So I don't want fancy. It's not gonna be. It's not even gonna be a commercial game or anything like that. So it's more literally to learn. So I think going for the easier route for this type of thing is gonna save me not only time but headaches. And later I can just learn for with other type of things, because I really feel like if I just need forward kinematics, I do not need bones. I feel like, right? Okay, so the enemy's bombs, right? Well, let's just start, because I don't know how to make them the way that I did before. I just put a timer. It's probably how I'm gonna do this. I just put a timer and then make some random enemy fire. I don't know if this is you're basically doing what bones do. My first armature implementation was just that as well, as in Pernotian's farm down a tree. Oh, yeah, like this is, yeah. It is actually a bone animation, just without the bones, right? It doesn't change that much. The only thing that changes is I don't need to go to the horrible implementation. I don't know if it's horrible. Maybe it's just because I tried like Live 2D before and things like that, and it's easier for me to do in those places. But I don't know. Maybe yeah. But in the I will learn bone animation 100%. But in the future, it's just because it's something I want to know. Okay. So enemy projectile. Oh, not this. Enemy projectile. Scene saved. New scene done. Okay. So I kind of want to just copy this. Oh, I didn't. Wait. I got the enemy body, not the projectile. Oops. And then I put it in here, and I have the same projectile, but instead of a blue, I want more like a red. Wait, how did I... Wait. I guess this works. I can see. Perfect. Let me move real quick just to see it on the screen. Yeah, that's not really visible though. It's just a prototype. I shouldn't need to go all in on this. Maybe let's do a let's say greenish, just so I can actually see. Yeah, that's gonna be easier to see. And I want it to make be a little bigger than the player projectile, just a little bigger, because this should be easier to hit the enemy. Although it may cause problems with the player being hard for the player to. Oh god, this is so much harder for the player to dodge it. But for now, I can fix this later, so no problem. Okay. I have my little bullets. Now I need to make it move down. And I guess I can actually steal the code from the other thing, right? How did I name this in here? Instead of player, everything that's player is gonna be, oops, enemy. And let's fix the collision. This is the... Do I have an enemy projectile? I do. Look at that. And this should interact with the player and the player projectile. Now, let me create new scripts. Where's my player projectile movements? I'm guessing I can just steal this and just fix some things, right? Instead of this, I'll grab this. Then I'll rename, I think it's Ctrl War, right? So everything that has proj match whole words. There we go. And then we replace all. And then instead of going minus this plus, to go down. Does a project does yeah, it has body and the player has body on the name, right? So maybe this is enough for it to work. Let's see. Let's see, what did I mess up this time? Projectile. Let's leave something like that. And let me, now that I know that it works, let's go back to 1 second here. Okay, projectile. Okay, it collides. Perfect. It collides, but it's not what I wanted to do. And it's going way too fast. Enemy projectile. So the speed, the velocity is gonna be like a lot less, like 300. Yes. Okay, but it doesn't delete. I actually don't like to use player body for those things. Maybe I should do. I don't know if this is optimal, but I kinda wanna do like the enemy as a character body for the movement itself, but it will never collide with anything. But then I don't know. For now, I'll use what I have. And I was thinking about using an area 2D instead, but yeah, whatever. So, collision. I guess it's checking for the delete self, right? So instead of doing this, let me remove all of that. And maybe this should work. Oh. Did I do something wrong here? Delete self, yeah. Oh, sure. I forgot to take the line. Yeah, it deletes itself, and if I shoot it, does it delete? Okay, let me increase the size of the enemy projectile a lot. Actually. God, I'm okay. I can hit it. There we go. It works. Okay, it works, and our projectile shouldn't keep should stop actually. So this is not gonna work. So I can just do another elif or else. Let's do just this. Yeah. If let me copy the name itself. Enemy projectile body in collision. I mean, I should just copy this. Then delete self. Let's see if this works. Yes, yes. It broke 2 enemies. No, it does not work, huh? Let's see if the else works. Oh, I think I know why. I think I know why. Wait, I think I know why. I don't have the collision with the enemy projectiles. There we go. That was easy. That was easy. And it is deleting itself, right? Or it isn't? Player. Fire projectile. Let's see. Projectile spawner. It is deleting itself. Okay, things are going actually well. I wasn't expecting it to go this well. Okay, now I need to make the enemies. I kind of feel like it's too many enemies, or there's something that doesn't feel right to me. But it is fully playable at this point. Look at that. Okay. So I have the enemies' bullets. Now I need for the enemies to actually... Let me remove that annoying error. I need the enemies to actually fire the projectile. So we should do that. Let me delete this. How am I going to do this now? I remember, I want to see how did I implement did this before, because I think it's such a bad way, but I just want to see, just want to remember. Yeah, because I remember that I'm pretty sure I went, where is it? This is all the enemies. Oh yeah, so it's not like that. So this is something I'm going to do again, to use the marker 2D to use it as a spawner. But yeah, I use on every enemy. Actually, it's not that bad, actually. So how does it work? So it starts a bullet timer. When the bullet timer times out, it checks if an enemy can shoot, which is a global variable. Can enemy shoot? Yeah. If it is true, then it fires the bullets. That's it. And then it starts a timer for this again, right? But that's... Oh, it picks a random timer. Yes. So it's just a random timer. But that's so... I don't know. I mean, it kind of works. Actually, it kind of works. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to do the same thing now. Yeah, it works perfectly actually. Hey, I don't know. I don't think it needs. Hmm. Either way, on the enemy, I want I want to have a marker here. Let me bend real quick. I want to have a marker here. Maybe around here, because it's gonna come from the pulse, so it doesn't need to be that like far down. Uh-huh. So brush marker. And maybe it should be here. Nah, it should be. It can be here. Whatever. So to fire to spawn the thing. So wait, this. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let me add another node to the here. Enemy shooting. Let's say. Add a new scripts. Okay, enemy body. Enemies, enemy body. I need to detach you real quick. No, this is enemy delete. What the fuck is enemy body? Oh, it's absolutely nothing. Delete this. Okay, with the proj, now I have a position to spawn the projectile. Okay, now. So, var proj scene. I guess I can just do this. Preloads. It will be enemy projectile. Let's try with one timer. Because I think I still would want a timer, but yeah. I guess this can be idle instead of physics, but it's spawning, so I guess. Yeah, I guess physics. It can auto start. Let's say 5 seconds. Actually, no. On ready, I wanna make. Let's give a random timer, like. Which would be randi range. No, not randi. Randef. From, let's say, 1.0 to 10.0. Let's do 5.0. Yeah. Then we just set the timer. So, proj timer. This is from where? This song? Oh, Lies of P. Fair. Good game. Good game. Proj timer dot wait time equals random timer. Now we connect. Oh, I connected to the wrong thing. Freak. Enemy shooting. Now in here. Crush. No. Brush equals brush scene dot instantiates. Then I put it as position equals brush. Not this actually. This dot position. Then I just add a child. Just add a child. Yeah, add child, which is gonna be brush. Does this work? Does this work? Oh. It works. Kind of. Yeah, kind of. And they keep flying, actually. Huh. But it's always going to be the same amount of things. Okay, that's finally... finally blew the hell. Look at that. I'm making Toho right now. Okay, it kind of works. God, the size of the projectiles are way too big, but I'll fix that. Okay. Actually, I guess the way that there is a setting to make them ignore parent transforms. I don't have the name in my head. Parent transforms? But wait. Transforms, you mean the only thing I can think that's transforming is... Oh, but shouldn't they move? Because they should be staying on the same place always, right? So with the player or the enemy, I guess. I thought they should move together with the grid. Oh, okay. I understand what you meant. Yeah, I just understand. They move while they are going down. Yeah, they move while they're going down. Sorry, I'm stupid. Is a setting is on inspector maybe? No, this is not it. Interpolation inherits. No. Let me see. Make object or shall not follow parents Godot. You need to set it in code for each projectile, but it should be under Node2D in the inspector. It's on... I guess... Wait, so in code for each projectile. So every time it spawns a projectile, it should... Or on here... Or on when I add the child. And it's on the Node2D? Or on the projectile body? Under Node2D. So... Ordering, material... No, this is Canvas item. Nodes. Auto translate. What is auto translate actually? No idea. Physics interpolation. Freak, oh no, I didn't. Wait. Wrong button, wrong button, wrong button. Not what I want, not what I want. This is what I want. Not transform, I guess, with parents. Setting a node top level. Is there something like this? Top. This? If true, this canvas item will not inherit its transform from parent's canvas item. Its draw order will also be changed to make it draw on top of other canvas items that do not have top level set to true. The canvas item will effectively act as if it was placed as a child of a bare node. I guess this is it, right? What happens if I just turn this on? Okay, that's not what I want. Maybe that is what I need, but I need to set. How do I set that actually? It's visibility top level. Maybe after I position it, I make them a top level. So proj dot visi no. How do I access this? You need to change your positions to global position for most things. You'd need to to use top level. But if I change to global position most things, won't they break? Because most of them acts like its own scene. Because, like, let's say positioning the projectile, I'm using the position from the scene itself, but I guess it doesn't change. Position is in reference to parent object. Global position is global. Yeah. No, I understand that. Like, let's say here. So the the position itself is just to this object, right? So the enemies. So everything that's on here, let's say I use a random position itself, is gonna get the marker here, the position on this scene, not on the global that would be in this case here. That is the main one, or any other thing. So maybe it does not break. Wait, can't I just? Oh, but I had this as a. Hmm. Hmm. If I just do this, what happens? Oh, this still works. Hmm. Not the scene to its parent. Oh, which is the scene roots in that case, but it's generally not. Oh, so to the parents. That yeah, I thought it was like between scenes, not between parents. Mm. Did I not fix this on the other try? Now that I think about it. It's which one? This one. I just want to see because did I? Does that work on the last try? Did? Yeah, wait, this works. How does this work? What did I do differently here? Bullet position, bullet spawner, global position. Because I'm 100% sure I never touched any of the projectiles like that. Hmm. I added to the global routes. Oh. Oh. Mm. I mean, this is a way to do it too, right? I don't know if it's a good way to do it. So, okay, I understood that. But what would I need to change in here to use? Because this is the setting you said, right? The top level. But if I do this, it will not. Maybe I need to position it later after adding it. No. Which is a solution, I guess. The other one being to just have the parents as just a node if it doesn't need a position itself, which a logic only one node doesn't. Hmm. Oh, I guess I understand. So let's say instead of doing, oh, but it changes. Wait, what am I moving? Take the project my. Okay. Wait. I'm enemy shooting. So this global position. I make both of them global position. This should behave the same, right? Oh. That was enough for it to work? Wait, why does... Okay, why does this work? Let me see if I can survive this. Bullet hell. Who said I was making Space Invaders? So just getting the global position, but does it... Should it... Because doesn't the global position changes too? The pressure marker position is in reference to its parent, so it's just a bit down. The global position is the actual position in the scene. Oh, I think no. Wait, do I get it? So because I and the price position and global position are the same since it's top level. Mm. So they are top level. That means they okay. You can check the marker position in the inspector, probably something like 020. You mean wait? Enemies brush marker. So I mean this, right? Almost, almost. That was really close. Yeah. So let me read all of that. So which is the other one being to just have the parent as just a node. Okay, I think take the marker global. The project marker position is in reference to its parents. So this is in reference to this. Oh, I am not moving the enemy body. I am not moving the entire node. I'm moving the enemy body. So when I get the global position, I am getting the position that of the root node that does not move. The only thing that moves is the proj, or the body, and that means that if it was following the body previously, not the thing. Okay, I understand. I understand now. No, it clicked. It clicked. Thank you. It clicked. Okay. Now I just need to for it to not to be a bullet. Okay. How can I do this? So I need to make it. Oh, by the way, I don't have everything, but I want to show you. There's literally I have this. I need to fill it more. But let me actually do this too. Basically, this is all of the comments that you gave me. That I've been no yeah, taking notes. This is fun. This is fun. This is fun. Go back. So I remember I kind of want. It's a simply random timer. Let's say this is Crash, the song, right? Oh no, yeah, not really close. This is Hollow Knight. Okay. Floats. So instead of this, I just do this. Let's do big timers. Let's see what happens with big timers. Actually, var big random. Let's call it that. Whatever. Let's pick a big random timer. Nope. Okay, ID. Wait, what? So we set the random timer there, and then we set again the random timer. Equals speak random. How does this behave? Nothing shoots. Something shoots out. Then it starts. But it's too much. I feel like it's too much for it to work. It's still kind of a bullet hell. It should only like fires once. I guess the way I did the last time actually works perfectly fine. So let's go like to 15. 15 and get another timer actually. So var can shoot true. And then you probably want a single timer at grid level and choose a random enemy to fire when it triggers. So I don't mind if there are other enemies that wants to fire at the same time. If there's like two enemies that want to fire at the same time or close to each one, that's fine. But you probably want a single timer at a grid level and choose a random enemy to fire when it triggers. So I guess I need to signal then. Let's see if I can figure this solution out with one timer. So I guess I can't imagine how I get a random enemy to fire. Since enemies are children of the grid, you can call down safely. No needs for... Oh. So I just access a random enemy at a timer and just... Okay. So instead of doing this thing with... But yeah, so I don't need a timer on here. So I can just straight up delete this and create just a function for this, right? So function spawn brush. So, and then I use the grid thing to spawn it, right? I'm getting a headache. So I would assume I use a timer to fire, let's say enemy fire proj. Then I would connect. Let's just set, like, let's not worry about wait time for now. I can auto start it, no problem. So I need to pick a random enemy. So I guess so I guess it would be something like a Rendai, right? So var pick column, which would be a Rendai. One to 7, 1 to column. Because then I need to... It's not column. Wait. What is the name of the thing? What? Oh. Columns. So then I would need to... Like, less 1, I guess. Or is it Rendai range? -1. This would get the index for the column. And then I do the same thing, but for the row. You can just pick random and in the return of get children of the nodes that the enemies are children of, given they are the only children of. Oh, really? Saves it. Oh, so I would just get. Okay, so get children from. Do I use? So I just passed the thing, right? This is what would get the children. Should be boom, but it's no to the. Okay, so instead of this, then I would assume is spawn timer dot get children. So pick random would work. Oh, so with this, but I would need to create a var for this, right? So var child, let's say. This would get me a random children, and then I would need to access. God, I need to learn how to access the thing. I know I have on somewhere here. I think it has method, right? But how do I call the method? Projectile. Get collider call. So get method. So let's say child dot get. I don't think this would work. What did I call it again? Enemy projectile. No. Oh my god. Enemy shooting spawn pro. Oh, but I need to. How do I access this node now? Because now I have a different thing to use, right? I'm gonna make this easier on myself. You know what? I'm gonna make this easier on myself. Remove this. Delete. I'm just gonna attach enemy shooting to this. And this should still work. Now I should be able to access a little bit easier. So again, what is the spawn proj? I highly doubt this is how you do, but for projectile, where is the get? Maybe just call it child.call. Maybe this is what I need. You don't really need to make a var. You can just have a long chain of method calls. So basically, I would just do this. Oh, this should be this, right? No, this should not exist actually. Yeah, I'll fix this later. Okay. Invalid access to property or key global position base called new instance. Wait, what did I do? just doesn't know the type at that time, so it just auto completes. Oh. Oh. This? Okay. Okay. It actually works? Huh. Huh. Look, if it wasn't for you here, so it does work. Sure, sure. My God, you're smart, man. I hope I can get to the point that I can do what you do. I can just join someone and start just helping it out, help them out. Okay, so with this, let me think. Let me think. I just need to do this. Give me this. Go back. This does not need to exist. It's on where? Enemy grid? Yes, it's on enemy grid. My God, that's a bunch of variables. Random timer and pick random. So when it starts, I want to wait, random timer? Huh? Oh, what? Wait, it's just pick random, right? Just random timer. Wait time would be equal to random timer. Or do I need to... No, this would work, right? Let me make sure this works. And I would do the same thing down here. Let's see. No, it's always the same. Yeah, this is what I was thinking. I guess I don't need to... Okay, yeah. Var... No. Just say that timeouts. Yeah, to this, right? Yeah, this should work. No, it goes a long time before another one. I need to figure out the correct timers. Because I think 15 seconds is too long. But yeah. But I kind of want... You know what? I can set like 5 seconds for the first one. And I think 5 seconds is maybe too low. Something around 12 seconds. I wanted to wait a little bit before the first time he shoots. Yes. Now the others. Maybe it's too much. Too much. Let's go like... Let's do 5. Let's keep at 5, but maybe not too much. 5 and 10. I think 5 and 10 will be the sweet spot. Let's see. No. Yeah, I think this is fine. Oh Okay, I'm happy with that. So the projectile fires. I can break. I can't. What? What? What happened with the break in the projectile? Wait, what? Fire something again? Let me restart the scene. Give me something. Give me something. Okay, it is breaking. I don't know what happened there. It is breaking. Okay, it is breaking. Finally. So most of the things are done. There's one thing I want to fix. I do not like the movements. I think it's on enemy grid, right? It's here. It always moves the cell size. Grid. What is the grid? Grid is 50. I don't like it to be 50 on the y-axis. I want them to be different. I'm gonna call this grid X and then grid Y. And I want this to be a lot less, like 20. Just 20. Then this is .x, this is .x, and this should be underscore y. Let's see, because I don't like, they go way too far down each time they go down. And then they would reach here way too fast. And I want them to take a while, like a little while. There we go. That's a lot better. And they will be going faster as it goes. Maybe I need to increase the velocity a little bit, but yeah, I like that. Maybe like 0.5. So 0.01. And I do need to check, just as a safe thing, if oops, let me copy this. Is higher or weak or equals than 0.00. Okay, let's say 0.05. Then we do this. Because I don't want it to keep giving the errors when it reaches 0, although I won't think it will reach 0, but just as a failsafe, I'll do this. And just to make sure this works, let's say 0.2. Actually, what is the move timer? Yeah. Okay, this should be enough. I kind of want to print the wait timer. Print wait time. 1.0. 0.8. 0.6. Yeah, this would be too fast for the main game, but that's fine. 0.4. 0.2. It goes to 0, but it does not give me the errors anymore. That's all I wanted. That will go negative if higher than 0.5. And this, I just want to, like, if the game goes, if the thing goes, the timer goes below, tries to go below 0, It just spams the that it can't go below 0 as errors on the output or debugger, and I just want to prevent that. So, I if yeah, let's say 0.2 because that's a lot faster. All right, it does not need to go that far. 0.05. Yeah. Actually, I think less a point of a second should be enough for the main game. I don't think it will ever reach this because I think I'm pretty sure if it reaches the bottom, it's game over. But this is just as a failsafe, so it does not print errors or anything like that. So this should be it for most of it, for most of the game. Let me actually, not this. I want to get, where is it? Space Invaders. Let's do what I barely do, that is actually play the original game and see how everything feels to see how close I am. So, oops, no. Play Space Invaders. I actually want to lose. So just stay here because I want to see how do I lose? Where is the points that I lose without losing lives? Maybe the projectiles feels like they are a lot faster actually. A lot sooner most of the times. Not most of the times. Sometimes it takes quite a while for a projectile from the enemies to spawn. God, they are so much slower than I expected. Let's leave them. I just want to see, like, if they touch the bunkers, do we lose? Yeah, please go faster. Please go faster. Good emotion for emotion for this. God, they go so slow. My God. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna have bunkers on my version. They say that there is a bunch of copies or clones that that omits the bunker completely. And I'm thinking I'm gonna follow that. Not because I don't want to make the bunker, because I actually think that bunker would be rather simple to add. But I'm having problems thinking about the size of the canvas or the viewports or wherever, the window, and the sprites and all of that. I already feel like I have one of the things I'm having most trouble when making these games and all of that is the sprite. So they go over the bunker. Okay, is the sprite sizes, because I want them to, especially now that I try to make something drawn instead of like pixel art and all of that. I want them to be a lot more visible, and to make people like actually be able to see what the things are, right? The animations and all of that. So I don't want them to be way too small. And like, if I were to put this size, it would be way too small for hand drawn assets. No, don't reset. Okay, it doesn't reset. Okay, fair. Oh yeah, I don't think this is the original, right? So there is a maximum. Okay. I don't think that's the original. I also don't think that most people have the original arcade cap anywhere near them. I believe they only get faster once you shoot them. Something about the game speeding up because less work. Really? Really? I always thought they would increase velocity when they go down. let me try at least on this version, right? Let me try. Maybe after a certain amount of score, they go faster. No, maybe on this version is different from the original. Yeah, this version I'm pretty sure it goes faster as it goes. No, it just increased the velocity right there. But I'll take my approach, but I'll search it up a little bit more. I'll keep my approach of doing the increasing the velocity every time it goes down. Something about the game speeding up because less work, not sure. True, but would be cool. It's an old game. As far as I know, the speed up was a bug that happened because less drawing and thinking. But they kept it because it was more fun and more money in their pockets. Really? That's a cool story. Okay, that's something I never knew. That's something I need to actually tell people now. Huh. Interesting now. Interesting. So, okay. But yeah, I'll keep this because for me, I think it works. And mine is not a bug. But yeah, I already am having trouble. I was talking about the sprites. Like, look at the size of the sprites right now. I don't think I want to go smaller than this. And obviously, it wouldn't work to with this type of sprites because it would get way too small, and I don't want that. But so, because of the size of this, maybe I can put something up here for the bunker, but I already feel like it's going to get too cramped. Can't really, my target resolution is 20 by 2040. Yeah, that's what I was doing before. I think it was that resolution actually, but I wanted to try hand draw and do the cutouts or bone animation or whatever, right? So for this, it's gonna be way too problematic. And on the last game I made, where is it? The Jetpack Joyride. I finished the game because I wanted to move on, but I wasn't happy with the size of the sprites either. For me, the size of the player here, it's way too big for the screen. I don't know, for this type of game. He feels like he's way too big for me. Like way too big. And I need to figure out more about the background colors and things like that too. But I don't like how big he is on the screen for me. Even on this size. So I am trying to figure out better things for these problems, but yeah. So that was already a problem for me, feeling like it was too big. And now there's this game that I already increased the size of the screen for up, right? The height of the screen, because it was feeling too cramped. Too cramped. Like, I didn't like it. I still don't know if I like the size of the enemies and everything. I don't know. But for now, I'm gonna keep it as it is. And maybe I'll try to fix it as it goes. But I don't know. I don't like it. No, it's not that I don't like it. I'm gonna see how it looks like when I get the animations done. Which is gonna be simple, but still it's gonna be animations. And it 100% will bring life to the game, right? It's gonna be a lot more different. And maybe I can actually start working on animations tomorrow already, because most of the core game is already done. And like, if you go to the challenges again, most of the things here are already done. So create a player ship that moves from side to side. Yes. Few different types of aliens, alien invaders. I already went through that, but that's gonna be through art, and that's gonna be a little bit later. there's a lot of things to do because I still have to make them spawn not always on a grid like it is right now. They are gonna be, let's say, procedural, but it's just gonna randomize the spawn of them. Maybe I'll increase the size of the grid, maybe not, but I kind of want like some enemies to appear. I want a certain type of enemy on the first row, a certain type of enemy on the second row, and a certain type of enemy on the third row. The difference is probably going to be the same bear, as always. It's just going to be a different like face or something like that. And they probably will shoot a different type of proj, but I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm overscoping things a little bit. But that's the different type of enemies will be done through will be done later when I have the art for them and I can change sprites and things like that. So that's fine, that I can do. The ability for the player ship to fire rockets that travel up the screen is done. At bombs, bullets that the enemies drop, the player rockets can destroy enemy bullets. This is done too. Make sure the player bullets will destroy invaders, and the invader bullets will destroy the player. Okay, I still don't have the destroy the player because I need to make the game over, which is not really anything difficult. Let me do that. Enemy projectile. This is just this, right? Enemy projectile. This is moving down. Okay, if body in name, I want to make sure. Wait, do I need this? I guess I need, right? But this I want it to be elif, because I want to set another if player body and collision dog get name, then I'm just gonna reset the tree here, just for now. Reload current scene. Later I'll do a proper game over in red. Let's see if this works. This should be all it needs to like stop the game, right? Yes. Okay. So it kills the player. I actually should delete one of the lives, but I still don't have lives on game. It didn't break there. That worries me. Okay. Maybe. My projectile is not breaking right now. Okay, it broke there. It broke there. Let's die. Let's try again. Okay, it still breaks. I missed. It still breaks. Okay, maybe I don't know what happened. It's breaking. Let me remove this print. I don't remember where am I print. There's so many codes now. Okay, here. Okay. Pass. So I guess most of the things are good now. So make and the invader bullets will destroy the player. For now, it doesn't destroy, just start the game, but that's easily fixable, right? Add a mothership that will cross the screen periodically. Destroying it will result in bonus points. I still need to add the points. So add a UI that tracks the player's score and lives left. The player starts with 3 lives. Okay, most of the things are actually done. I just need to implement now the score and the lives, which is super easy. Stretch goal. The original game had bunkers that aliens, bombs, and player rockets would slowly destroy. Some console ports had bunkers that would be destroyed after a certain number of hits. Others omitted bunkers entirely or made different bunkers for different levels. Feel free to add any type of bunker to the game. This is what I don't think I'm gonna do. The original one I had. Let me open here. On the first game, I know how to implement that, so it's super okay. The bunker is super easy. The only problem with the bunker for me is the size of the screen. That's literally it. But the bunkers that I did before, let me see. Is this gonna be just one sprite? Oh no, this is the bunker basically. And it is literally the sprite itself and the collision, and it's 5 bunkers, mini bunkers, that once something hits one of the bunkers, it would get destroyed completely, and then there would be 4 more to protect. It's as simple as that. And it works for this, works quite well. And it's super easy to do this too. But I don't wanna... like for this, for the size of this, it works, the bunkers. But for my game that I'm doing right now, it doesn't. I don't think it will work. It's not that much space in here, and I'm still thinking about if I like the size. So I think I'm gonna omit the entire bunker for this. If I end up using it, I will later and I'll add this as the last thing. But for now, I'm happy not doing the bunker. Have I said how much I hate UIs? I'm currently doing UI work, and anything below 60 hertz looks bad. But mixing frame rates is highly cursed and breaks all but one emulator for testing. Yeah, you didn't specify that you hate that much UIs, but you did say that you hate UIs. Oh god, and I can't even imagine how hard it is to do all of those things on. You're still doing the PS1 emulator thing, right? So I can't even imagine how yeah, good luck. Okay. Is there, but I believe not. I would believe not. But is there engines in the market or whatever for PS1 games? Or like you're doing, I would believe that you would be doing everything from scratch. You in specific, even if it exists, I would believe you would do. But okay, imagine I would. Then I think no. I think that's a no. I'm sorry for you, man. I'm sorry. Okay. There's some SDKs that do the very basics. Yeah, but it's not a full engine. Yeah. Okay, so now to do the scores, right? I guess that's it. I think I can finish this game this week. I don't know how much the art stuff will take. I am extremely scared of doing the background. My only thing I can actually do is characters, and is not even that good. But background, I have basically 0 practice, so I'm scared of doing the background, even if it's a simple one. Well, either way, let's do the final touches for today, I guess. which will be the score and the lives, which should be extremely easy. And that will be on a global. I can't believe I haven't set a global script yet. Every time before when I was trying to do something, like everything would go into a global script, like the player velocity, the enemy velocity, the bullet velocity, some timers, some things like that. All would go into a global variables, and right now I'm just creating one for lives and yeah, just the lives and the score and high score. As simple as it is. Global. No, it's not this. Global variables, which will be on scripts. That's a lot of scripts. I can see a little bit of the. Wait, what's this? That is nothing. I can now have about 50-50 split asset creation code, Blender plugins plus utils, and engine code doing stuff from scratch is scratch is cursed as hell. I can't. I want to say I can imagine, but I can't imagine. I don't. I can't even begin to start how to. No. That yeah, good good luck, good job. That's for you, not for me. My god. Holy, even wait, no, I'm not crazy, right? Even the asset creations are needs to be done from how are you doing the asset creations? You like I understand Blender plugins, but like the assets itself are being done through code, kind of, with the plugins and all that. That's I know everything is code. I understand everything's code. But like if you're using Blender, you can model things and then import, and the people that wrote the code, that's done. I need custom formats for models, animations, GUI, texture. Oh, okay, fair. Okay, that makes more sense now. I was a little bit scared, but I still imagine that is yeah, that is cursed. I can imagine a little bit of how much that is cursed. My god. Okay, global variables. I don't need any of that. I need just to store some variables here. So var, which would be is there any benefits of using onReady on global variables? Especially for simple ones like I want to do var score and then var high score. Oops. And then var lives. I don't think there's a. This is all I'm gonna use global variables for. So I don't think there's any reason for using onReady on this, right? What is the real benefit of onReady? Wait. Var. Can I? Again. So onReady. Mark the following property as assigned when the node is ready. Okay, so there's no node to be ready. Okay. So it's completely useless to use that on a global variable, I guess. Values for these properties are not assigned immediately. Okay, when the node is initialized, and instead are computed and stored right before node ready. Oh. Yeah. Okay. So there is completely useless to use this on the global variable. Gotcha. mean, it stands nodes, but I don't think there's a node attached to this, right? So I guess it's fine. Okay, so first things first, I need to. This will be all done on main. I need to set the lives. So global variables dot lives. Every time the game starts, I want it to be set at 3. I want to print, just make sure. 3, perfect. Now I need to lower that. So I guess it's on enemy projectile. And instead of get reload current scene, I wanna delete projectile. But before deleting, I wanna decrease that. So global variables dot lives minus equals 1. Set it on. God, I want to play Kingdom Hearts so bad. My God. 2. Okay, it's on 2 right now. Does it go to 1? It goes to 1. And then 0. 0. Okay. I guess I need to make a nested if here. Because if global variables is higher or equals than 1, then I do this. No, that makes sense. So elif, just make sure. Global variables, it's equals is, let's say, less or equals than 1. Just make sure. I want to reset the tree now. Get tree dot reload current scene. What did I miss here? Oh, that's my bad. Because I think this will work, right? Because it will check the collision, and then it will go -1, then it will set 3, 2, and 1. And when it hits the last one, it will go to 0, and it would die. Because it's the last life. So I guess that makes sense. Let's see. So 3. Let's see if it works as I think it works. 3, 2, okay. 1. Now we should reload the scene. Because it's my last life. If I get hits, it would reload the scene. Let's see. It didn't. Okay, on 0 it works. Just saying, but the elif has an unreachable value. Ada would complain about that. Good thing, yeah, good thing oh yeah, I don't use Ada. My God. Okay, so this is it's never 1, so either higher than 1 or so it's just higher than 1 or less than 1, right? Yeah, because I think on 0 that wouldn't work. Wait, is never 1? It's not higher or in this case less or equal than 0 than 1. So if I use, let's see. Yeah, this is still. It goes to the other branch if it's one. Oh, like I guess I understand now. Fair. Oops, didn't mean to kill that bear. Okay, I'm just dumb. That makes sense. If this works now, that makes sense now. Gimme projectile. Yeah, that works now. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I'm just dumb. That makes a lot more sense now. Should I do a fail safe in here? Like less or equals? Because just in case if errors go below 1, then it would check correctly, right? So 3, 2. This is my last life. If I die now, it reloads the scene and it goes back to 3. Okay, perfect. This works now. Now I can delete this. Okay, we have lives. Done, which is really easy. And now I just need to set a high score. So I need to, actually instead of this, let me print the score. We'll set the high score for now, just for testing purposes. Oops. We always start with 0. I mean, it doesn't make sense, right? Every time we start the game, it should go to 0. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking about. Okay, so on this game, I'm gonna take the information from the game I just tried. Let me see. Space Invaders. Because it says right on here. So 10, 20, and 40 points, and then is a random amount of points. I'm gonna make mine like 100 points. Or something like that. I don't know. But for now, every time an enemy is killed, so enemies. Okay, movement, no body. So every time this is set up, for now, we do global variables dot score plus equals to 10, right? Let's see, it should be... Inflation's so bad, it even hits Space Invaders points. Yeah. 10... fuck, I missed. 30, 40, 50. Okay, the points is already working, which is it was to be expected. Points are super easy. And outside of that, what else did I want? Oh yeah, the ship. Oh, but they I just noticed that both of them have the same script. I didn't want to... Okay, that... Whatever. I'm gonna have to... Okay, Acris, is there a way that I can do... Make something different here? Instead of using if... I guess the only thing I could use is check which is the parent. Or or the node, right? A dirty way. No, so what's happening here is both the player, both the enemies, all of the enemies, and the ship, the enemy ship, right, the one that across the screen up there, shares the same delete self, the same scripts. Both of them has the same script attached. So right now, this script is the same one for both enemies. I was gonna remove, detach this script and add another one that is the exact same script but with another value for the score. But is there some other way I can do this without while still using the same script? I would imagine the only way that is to check the parents, but I don't even know if I know how to do that. Maybe getting the name? Something like, I would imagine. I don't know if this works. No, actually, the names check works since it never changes. Okay, but I just, how do I, maybe it's something like this. If, no, get children, I guess. No, okay, how do you, now I need to discover how to, okay, let's see. How to check the names of children's Godot. Oh, get children.name. Find child exists. So if I do, I guess, okay, so var, let's see, I'm gonna use what I find. Find child. Pattern. Okay, what is, okay, is the target name? Let's say enemy body. Enemy to body. It needs something else? What is the other things? If recursive is false, only this node direct children are checked. Nodes are checked in 3 orders. Wait, so only this are checked. Okay, so it should be false? No. Before, okay, finds the first descendants of this node whose name matches pattern. Returning null if no match is found. The matching is done against, no, so this should be, I don't think I need to do this. If find child, this should, well, the parent name will change since they can't share names when instanced, but the node inside shouldn't. Alternatively, if you have different sprites for different points, you can check the sprites instead. Oh, that's useful actually. But I think that would be, that is good to know because I will be changing those things, sprites later. So I'll note this right now, and I'll try to do later when I have the art and animations done. Okay, so might not work if you have everything on one atlas. Okay, so this would be, okay. Good to know. Thank you. Enemy body 2 would be, let's say 100. And then elif. So instead of enemy 2 body, it would be just enemy body. But like this. And both of them needs to have the kill free. Let's see if this works. Just attach it to a group and check the group. Probably the easiest in my opinion. I forget groups. That's fair too. Let's just see if this somehow works. No, it does not work at all. Okay. Let me redo every. No, wait. I'm redoing way too much. Okay, so I don't remember exactly how to do this, but I guess global groups. No, this enemies. I guess would be global, right? So this would be part of there, and this would be part of there. Now, I need to remember how to use groups actually. So Godot groups. Okay. I remember how to add them. So okay, creates guards. You should see. Okay, I select node. Maybe different groups for different enemies. Oh. Okay, so different. Let me rename this then. Enemy. I'm gonna just call enemy. Actually, enemies. Fair. But for the enemy 2, I would remove this and add another one, which would be enemy ship. So this goes into the enemy 2 and the enemy go into enemies. Okay, now, but okay. I can manage the group inside the project. There will be also new global groups or change existing groups. Okay, I can add to group. Fine. But what can I do with it? The same class provide. But how can I? Okay, I added them to groups, right? What do I do now? Yeah. Oh god, this song is hard. This song goes hard. This I can close actually. For system managing groups, no. You can check if it's in a group, since different enemies are in different groups, and you can add different amount of points. So I need to I need to understand how to okay, get nodes. On this code, how god, no, it wouldn't be this, right? It would be get children. Okay, I need to access the children and see if they are on a on a group. But my brain doesn't understand groups. If child is in group, enemy child. Oh. Is in group. Okay, but I need to. Is itself in the group? Check. Just check. I need to do for child, right? Because it wouldn't. I can't select a thing. So for what is the thing for child? In what is it? Self. Not find child. Find child or children? What's the difference? Oops, no. Just itself is fine, but oh yeah, because this okay. Yeah, I forgot I am using a script on another thing. Fine, yeah, okay, fair. What is the is in group? Is do I need to use like self? I guess. Just add the group to the correct node. Yeah, it is. So enemies, if it is in group, enemies. No enemies. This should be a if, right? If and enemies, we would get the global variables. Self is implicit, no need to add it. Oh, okay. So why does this exist? Global, probably there's something, but okay. Global plus equals 10. So let's just try this. Does this work? Oops. Okay. Okay. This is fine. I would imagine elif is in is a group of enemy ship. You want to pass it to something else, getting. If you want to pass it to something else, getting the root node isn't very nice. Oh, gotcha. Okay, the groups were a lot easier than I was expecting. 10. Can I hit a ship now? Can I? Oh, it didn't. Wait. I messed something. I messed something up. So this should be. This is fine. Enemy ship. I removed from the group. This is the enemy ship, right? It is. Oh, I understand. I think I understand. It's because the enemies is sharing the same name, right? So I'm gonna rename this to Udin, and then this to ship. Let's see if this will make a difference. So the string doesn't check the entire name of the group, right? Oh, but now it doesn't. Wait, what did I do? So this is Udin. An enemy ship should be ship. And remove from that. Okay, this should work. I think. 10, 20, and Okay, I'll grab this one. Okay, it works now. It works now. Yeah, the problem was the the string name. I thought it would get a exact match of the string name, but no, it doesn't. Okay, that worries me, but oh well. What can you do? I know how to fix that, but I don't like the fixing of that. And I guess most of the things are done. I do need to add a UI and a high score. So I'm gonna do it every time something. Instead of every frame, every time this function is called, I'm gonna be checking the high score. I think this is gonna be better. If global high score, global variables dot high score is smaller or equals, then I think just smaller, right? Then global variables dot score, we set this into this. And I wanna print, just to make sure, the global variables. Actually, both of them. Let's see. So both of them are 10 now, both of them are 20. Okay, I have a high score. Does it keeps the high score if I reload the scene, the current scene? Please fire something. There we go. Last live. And it keeps. Perfect. So we have a high score, a score, and lives on screen. That's good. Now for the UI. For the part that you love, Acros. The best part, the UI. Okay. UI. I'm gonna do this really as simple as it gets. Because I do not want to mess with all of the anchors and whatever. Now that I know that I don't need to use them. So it's gonna be just labels. Like 3 labels. This is gonna be score. This is gonna be high score. And this is gonna be lives. We save this. Score. I don't want to change much. I'm gonna change the size to like 30. No, 30 is too much. 25. Yeah, this is fine. Let's put it like there. Doesn't matter. Let's put it high score 0. This can be a little bit smaller. And then the lives. Oh, I did it incorrectly. So now this is the score. And this is gonna be the lives. Is lives or lives? I don't know. I'm gonna call it lives. But honestly, I don't know. So lives 3. I would say this should be 25 too. This is fine, I guess. Now just for the quick yeah, for the quick codes. The design and animation part is relaxing. I need to write my own tool to create it first, without needing to do it by hand in code. The stressful part is interaction and fluidity. How many games do you know that render UI separately so it never suffers from bad performance? Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Now I understand what do you hate about UIs. Sure, I can't say for sure because I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't know either. So it never surface from it. Oh, my guy, doing better than triple A's or quadruple A's companies nowadays that don't care about any performance. Good for you, man. Love that attitude. Okay. My chat disconnected. Great. It's back. So, God, why did I freeze right here? It's as simple as process. We just updates every single of them. So dot text equals score space plus string global variables dot score. Score, high score. And lives. And this should be high score. Now we add this canvas layer. Is this a crate? No, this is the one. And we add the UI on it. Let me remove the debug. And does it work? Okay. Oh, something didn't work. Wait. Nope. Here. Yeah, I updated everything as the same. And this. There we go. Lives, high score. Then. Do I lose lives? I do. I do get the score. Now, the last thing is, if I die, does the high score keeps? It keeps, and it resets the lives. Great, we kind of have a UI going. I'll make it prettier, I think. I don't know. Yeah. So what? No, this I don't need anymore. I close the tab again. Give me the tab. So Space Invaders. What am I missing? Now, created player ship, done. Few different type of aliens, that's later. Add a ability for the player ship to fire rockets that travel up the screen. I can't do... Okay. I can only do the group thing. Okay, now I'm a little bit curious. Because later... I want different type of enemies. There will be different type of enemies, right? To give different type of points. But the enemies will not have another scene. It will be the exact same. I guess I can just put the enemy on the node, right? On the group through code. So I spawn... I let the game select which enemy will that be. And then when it creates it, it puts into a group. and then the rest is fine. I guess it's not gonna be hard. Okay, okay, I got it. So that's fine. Few type of enemies is later. Add the ability for the player ship to fire rockets. Yes. Add bombs, bullets that the enemies will drop, and the player rockets can destroy the enemy bullets. Yes. Make sure the player bullets will destroy invaders and the bullets. Yes. And the enemy bullets destroy the player. Add a mothership that will cross the screen periodically. Destroying will result in bonus points. Yes. Add a UI that tracks the player's score and lives left. The player starts with 3 lives. Perfect. So now most of the things is art. Making the game do procedural creation of the grid, which I don't think it should be hard at this point. And sounds. So arts, procedural, and sounds. And particles, that fits on the arts. I kind of want to refine this game a little bit more than the other ones. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing these refinements every game for the 20 games challenge, but I don't know. It takes so long to do all of those refinements. Arts takes so long. Well, oh well. I feel like everything is good, is working well. Today was actually a lot more productive than I was expecting because I came here completely tired. I just woke up and I didn't know exactly what I would be doing, but it worked out in the end. And yeah, that was a good one. Let me remove the prints before I forget. Almost 3 hours of stream. And this is just the first of the 5 days of the entire week of dev, right? I'm not going to be playing anything on stream this week. I'm just going to be doing dev streams like today. So, but probably the dev streams will be art on the next ones or animation inside the Godot. It's still part of the dev. Either way, thank you for everyone to appear. Thank you, Acros, for helping as always. You've been so helpful. And yeah, I'll be leaving it here now. I'm really hungry. I need to eat and completely rest because, my God, I'm so tired this last few days. And yeah, either way, thank you a lot for coming. Thank you a lot for everyone that joined, everyone that appeared, and yeah. And I'll see you guys tomorrow again and for the rest of the week too. Bye-bye.